Today I've put together a little video on how I do the pre-basting for my quilts. I find if I pre-baste the quilts together before I start sewing, it makes the sewing a much more relaxing experience. So here you can see, I think you can see this, that I've placed my background fabric on top of my pattern and I can see where everything needs to go. And the thing I use all the time, as a matter of fact, I just opened a new bottle of this because I've used it up this year, is Roxanne's Glue Base. You'll really find this helpful for this process. So to start with, this block has some stems, so I find that line a little plugged up here, so let me take care of that. What I do is I just squirt out ever so slightly this little bit of glue for that, and then I have my stem here and I just kind of press that on with my fingers, and you can see I have way more of it than I need, so then I just go in here with my scissors and clip it off. I'm going to do the same thing for this stem. Got a little dog hair there, but that's okay. I can get rid of that. And then so that's the first two stems. And then I don't even sew these down before I put the other stem on. I'm just going to go right ahead and glue that on. And then I will take care of all the sewing down when I'm sewing. And that makes it nice and relaxing. I have the block all ready to go, and I just can relax and sew, which is kind of why we all like to applique, so we can just kind of hang out on the sofa and sew. Okay, so there I have my very first my stems on. The next thing I want to show you is how I do the leaves. So I can see the leaf peeking through here on the pattern, and I just do an ever so slight few dabs of glue, and then I put my shape on there and I just press it on. So here I am doing the other one and press it down. For these flowers, they're a little tricky to get on. You can either glue here, down here on your background, or sometimes it's helpful to just do little dabs of glue on the pattern, on the fabric piece. So there I've done that, and then you just kind of ever so carefully line that up, and there you go. And here's the little calyx for that, and I'm going to do that one in the same way. I'm just going to just dab some glue on, and then I'm going to just ever so carefully find the line. And you can see right here I have maybe a little bit of the pink poking out, but that I'll take care of when I sew. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to just glue here quietly so you can see how I do all this, and that way you can get all your blocks prepared, and then you can go watch your favorite football team or take it to your son's baseball match or whatever we do, dentist office, waiting outside of doctor's appointments. Great places to applique as long as they have enough light. So here I'm going to do that flower by gluing on the background first and just sort of line it up with the lines. That's the great thing. If you have a dark background fabric, you might need to use a light box. You can use a window, but that's going to get tiring for your arms. So a light box, a decent light box, is a very, very good investment if you're going to be doing this type of quilting. And here I'm just going to put this last flower on, and then more dog hair for my non-shedding dog. He seems to get a lot of nasty little hairs all over places. So there's that. And there, all done, all ready to sew. You just take the pins out. I just want to show you one more thing about this process that sometimes happens is sometimes the glue seeps through and it gets a little stuck to the background. Just gently pick it up and there you are. You're all done. Now you can go and sew.